He stole my whole frickin' act. I was a clinical psychologist, and now that the comics hear about it, every day they're asking me personal questions. Like, why isn't the mic working? The other day, one of them said, when is it considered kinky and when is it considered a serious perversion? Which is a great question. I told him if you use a feather during sex, that's kinky. When you use the whole chicken, bingo! And then I found out he was the night manager of Popeyes. I have all these advanced degrees. I got 2 advanced degrees, but I'm getting an education from all the young comics. I'm getting a tremendous education. Every day I learn something. Sex education. You know, I went to the yeshiva. I don't know any of this stuff. I didn't know what a dildo was. I thought a dildo was when you put your spare change in an old pickle jar. And I learned a new one, and I'll bet you a lot of you don't know this one. How many people, now be truthful, raise your hands or applaud, because I can't see you really. How many people know the phrase eye fucking? Woo! Thank you, fellow eye fuckers. No, it's a term I heard. I heard it twice. First time I heard it, it was from a male comic. And he was talking about he was on a crowded train. And he was next to a hottie. And for 4 stations, they were eye fucking. Okay, now you get the picture. So it got me thinking, for me to do that, I'd still need Viagra. And I wonder if it comes in liquid form, you know, for eye drops. I don't know. And the other thing is, it probably would say on the box, on the bottle, in case your eyeballs are dilated for 4 hours or longer, figure it out for yourself. And another thing I just heard about was, I've heard it for a long time, and mostly the males, they talk about happy endings. And I thought the only way to get a happy ending was you had to write a letter to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So I didn't know about that. But anyway, I was a clinical psychologist for many years, and when I first started, there were a lot of patients that came with for therapy, and there were some that came with a lot more problems than the rest. So I charged them more. And I got the idea from the airlines, you know, excess baggage. And I had all different kinds of people in my practice. One of them was a person half Jewish, half Japanese, a Jew. And it was a classic case of identity confusion. Every December 7th, he would attack Pearl Schwartz. And he'd say, we did it before and we can do it again, to the tune of Hava Nagila. And I even had 2 strippers came to my office for consultation, and I'm very good at diagnosis. So I diagnosed them as being bipolar, and I was wrong. They used a 3rd pole in their act. An ex-football player from Notre Dame, Brzezinski or something like that. And their main complaint, I was asking them why we were there, and they were complaining that their vagina was getting smaller. That's what they thought. And when I asked them why, they said, well, it seems as if the dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. I said, have you thought about a PayPal? So that was but anyway, I just want to wind up by saying how happy I am I've been doing this since I was 80. I'll be 84. And it's been the best part of my life. And when I was 30, when I was 40, I always talked about being 18 as the best part of my life. Because, I had parties and girls and jokes and everything. And now I have the same thing, except for the sex. It's the same thing. Except for the sex. I never got laid when I was 18. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you very much.
All right, George Schultz. How dare you find a funnier Jew in New York? It is not possible. All right, guys, we're coming close to the end of the show.